There is topic economic geology and environment in geomorphology, and it is one of the important topics because today mine is economic and geological structures are of importance for resource purpose, and environment is also very significant thing today because of environmental degradation and its conservation. So in this topic economic geology and environment, there are three words: number 1 economic, number 2 geology, number 3 environment. So to begin with, let us discuss what is geology. It is clear to you that the subsurface structures, rocks or formations are called geology. Geology is the study of subsurface rocks and minerals and fossil fuels. So, geology also includes geochemistry, geophysics and mineralogy, petrology and structural geology. Means the subsurface structures, rocks, minerals, fossil fuels and their chemical and physical compositions collectively are called geology. Geology is a very wide subject and it provides base for geomorphology because geomorphic processes operate and develop erosional, depositional landform on the sound geological base. Now let us detail what is economic. Today, mine is involved in a number of activities, and the activities which help mine to earn something is called economic activities. Economic activities can be categorized in 4 groups. Number 1, in primary activity, mine directly gets something from nature. For example, coal, diamond, uranium, thorium, mica, to get directly from nature. In primary activity, mining is involved. Then comes secondary activity. The minerals or the geological resources attained by mining are being used in industry and their form is changed or transformed and converted into valuable minerals. This is secondary activity, means industries are grouped in secondary activity. Then comes tertiary activity. The products from secondary activity are used for trade and transport. That's why tertiary activity is trade, transport and business. And fourth is quaternary activity. In quaternary activity, the management may be government, bureaucracy or private management are there, and thus the entire activities are grouped in 4. But one activity is quinary, 5th, wherein top level managerial systems like ministers and high-level administrators are included. Here we are concerned with this only primary activity, and in it mining of different minerals will be studied. Today the mine has become economic, and due to his increasing need, mine is identifying different geological minerals which are subsurface and especially valuable rocks like gold, diamond, coal, etc. And mine is using these things for his interest or for his human welfare. Now, after understanding the meaning of geology and meaning of economy, then let us come to understand which are the geological structures and formations of economic importance. list is very long, but in brief, it has been categorized in 5. For example, some building stones are there for the use of human society. In building stones, it is sandstone which is used on large scale in plateau region for building or for construction of roof. Second is granitic grits. Granite is igneous rock and it is of very hard structure. Its small particles or parts are being transported from plateau region to plain, for example from Deccan Plateau to Gangetic Plain for building purpose, especially for roof. Likewise, red laterites are of importance and laterite word is known to you. This laterite soil or this laterite structure or rock is found in the areas which have high temperature and high rainfall. It shows that laterite is abundantly found in equatorial belt, and in India this type of climatic condition is found along the West Ghat mountain. That's why laterites is found along the West Ghat mountain in India, which is used for road construction and especially along the coast, because along the coast there is delta, low-lying area and soft structure having marshy land. That's why to develop and build road there in marshy coastal land, this laterite is being used. Second is precious minerals. You are aware of that diamond, gold, silver, etc. are precious minerals which are used for jewelry, and this is also one of the geological structures. Today, man is mining, searching these rocks for the use of society. So, we will see on the world map where these minerals are found and how man is excavating them and what environmental impact it has. Third one is minerals for industries. Among those minerals, although list is very long, but iron ore, bauxite, mica, limestone, these are important resources for a number of industries. For example, iron ore is mined for iron and steel industry worldwide. Likewise, bauxite and mica and limestone for cement industry are being mined and used. Next is fossil fuels. In fossil fuels, main are coal, gas and petroleum, which are the transformation of plants and animals, and these are formed in the sedimentary rock. And although these have limited deposition and it has adverse environmental impact, even then these are being explored, mined and drilled today all over world. Although there are two limits: number one, their limited deposit, and second, their adverse environmental impact. That's why next point is the radioactive energy minerals. In radioactive energy minerals, the main are uranium, thorium, beryllium, platinum and germanium. So, these are radioactive minerals which are abundantly found all over world, especially in plateau region, for example in India, Meghalaya region and all over world. So, these are also being mined and their radiation impact on environment is very adverse and environmental problem. In spite of environmental problem, the human society on the earth is involved in doing research, searching and exploring and mining, drilling of these resources. Now let us see what impact these human activities, these economic activities has on the environment. Let us study it. The mining of geological resources has adverse impact on environment, and that's why there is environmental degradation, with the result state governments, national governments, and especially at international levels, the environmental conservation acts have been formulated. Now let us see in this table that here the name of minerals, rocks and fossils is given. Although list is very long, but in brief it has been given. And then in second column the mining areas, although mining areas are several, even then some examples have been here noted. Next will be environmental impact, that due to mining of these minerals in these areas, what environmental impact has there and how environmental degradation is taking place. Then the human society is concerned with it and how the laws related to the conservation of those have been passed and formulated. And next will be there are some disputes and control measures given in this list. And at last, at international level, IAEA has been formulated to conserve and protect the environment at national and international level. Now let us come to study the sandstone and granite grits, which we have discussed, and this is mined all over world. For example, over Indian plateau in Mirzapur and MP, Jharkhand, Chhattisgarh, from every place, and this is used for building purpose as we have studied. Now its environmental impact is, where it is mined, there is land degradation. Land becomes of ravine and badland nature. If there is thin or thick layer of soil, it is being degraded and eroded. And if there will be degraded land and no soil, no water, then biodiversity will also decrease. Biodiversity means before mining there will be deforestation, and if there is no vegetation, no animals will stay there. Thus, to conserve this thing and to protect environment, a number of laws have been prepared. For example, air pollution control law, water pollution control law, land degradation control law, soil conservation control, forest conservation protection control, and biodiversity conservation act. For example, EPA, Environmental Protection Act in 1986, likewise FCA in 1986. So, thus these measures are adopted in all the mining areas, and there are also disputes like if in border area these minerals are mined, then the international dispute is created. Now, second is diamond. In diamond, Panna mines in India and Kimberley mines in South Africa are prominent, although there are several diamond mining areas and regions in the world. And due to mining, same environmental impact that has been discussed here are found, and the same rules, regulations and acts have been formulated. And here if you see that ravination is its impact, deforestation is its impact, That's why environmental disputes are created and conservation measures adopted. Now you come to gold. Gold is mined from Kolar in Karnataka and Kimberley in South Africa and Kalgoorlie in West Australia. The environmental impact is the same, rules are the same, and dispute is the same. Now next is silver, which is mined from especially Mexico and Chile, and due to mining, the same environmental impact, same acts and same disputes are there. Next is iron, which is mined all over world from plateau regions, but in India, Dalli and Rajhara mines and Guru Maisani are prominent, and due to their mining, the environmental degradation of the same nature and acts have been formulated and disputes also the same, means environmental dispute. Next is bauxite, which is mined from Shahdol in MP, Konki in Guinea. The environmental impacts are the same listed above, and the acts have been formulated by the concerned government and disputes are nearly the same. Next is coal. Coal is mined all over world and especially in India, Raniganj, West Bengal and Kujbas, Ukraine. And due to mining, the listed environmental impacts are traced there, and rules and regulations and laws passed for that region is the same, and especially the environmental disputes and conservation measures are a little bit different. For example, Damodar river water has become of black color. Why? Because of the mining and industrialization, the effluents discharged in Damodar river have converted into black water, for which DVC, Damodar Valley Corporation, has to implement some protective measures, some protective plans. Next is petroleum and gas drilling is practiced at a number of places all over the world. For example, in India, KG Basin, Andhra Pradesh, Krishna, Godavari Basin in Andhra Pradesh and Bombay High. And due to its drilling, the environmental impact is the same. But here, if petroleum drilling or gas drilling is practiced in ocean area or water bodies, then here water pollution is noticed at large scale, for which especially water protection acts are being formulated and implemented. And here the dispute or environmental problem is water pollution in Persian Gulf and Bombay High. The Persian Gulf water is being polluted because of two factors. Number one, a large scale deposit of petroleum and gas there and its drilling. And second point, dispute in the Persian Gulf area are due to Persian crisis, the leakage of petroleum or gas in the petroleum tankers, with the result that their water is polluted at a large scale. So that is environmental crisis or a problem. Now, just after studying these, let us understand that at international and national level, governments have formulated some plans. For example, IAIA, International Association for Impact Assessment. It means what environmental impact these mines have. The body means International Association for Environmental Assessment. It will assess the impact of these mining activity on the healthy environment. For this, before passing or giving signal to a major project, first the conditions, environmental conditions are there assessed. First, the problems are being identified. Before giving a green signal to a major or minor project, first the problems are being identified and then these are assessed. Then the efforts are made to mitigate these just to protect the biodiversity of that region and maintain the sustainable development. This body is working at international level, but at national level, for example, Government of India gives green signal to the projects only which have got clearance from the Department of Environment and Forest Department. So, these are the different acts and remedies for the conservation of environment and protect the environment from the degradation caused by the mining of these economic geological resources. So, this is about the economic geology and environment, in which we divide this chapter in three parts. What is geology? First, it should be defined. Then, what is economy and economic activities? Second part. Then, the list of minerals which are of significance, which are of use for human society. Then, the impact of these economic activities on environment, and at last, at international and national level, the rules and regulations to protect environment and develop the environment in a sustainable way.